I've said this countless of times now at this point, that I think Fallout will probably have one of its biggest years ever in 2022, and 2022 will be just one of the years for Fallout. It's just going to be like that. Like, I just have a big feeling, and I think this is kind of more of, I guess, backing up my point to this, where it is now currently being confirmed that Amazon's new Fallout TV show will be going into production this year. Now, we've heard a lot about this. I believe it was about a year or two ago that it was like confirmed that they would be, you know, making one, this and that, and I think they were writing some of the script, and it was like pre-production type stuff. This year, apparently, it's going into production. I think this means we could see it, I think, late 2022, early 2023, but at least a big trailer or something will eventually come out. It will probably take them a couple months to film. Usually, it's always like 4 to 5 months to edit, and then like a big time to, of course, you know, advertise this and that. So I do expect it should come out potentially end of 2022, if not early 2023. But we do have a lot of news kind of coming on it. There was an article written about it, which I will go further in depth on. This article does actually, you know, kind of suggest a bunch of different things. It says that Amazon's Fallout TV series goes into production this year. This is an article by TheVerge.com by Sam Byford, and this was published on January 7, 2022. So they're going to say that Amazon's TV series based on Fallout video games is moving into production this year. Deadline and Variety report that the Geneva Robertson Dorrit, Captain Marvel, and Graham Wagner of, I'm guessing that's, is either Wagner or Wagner, I guess probably Wagner, of Silicon Valley will be the showrunners on the project. The official Fallout Twitter account retweeted Deadline's story by way of confirmation. So I guess people who worked on Captain Marvel and Silicon Valley will be working on this. I don't know anything about Silicon Valley, if I'm being completely honest. And Captain Marvel, I was not too big of a fan of that movie, so it'll be interesting to see how this goes. It also says that the Prime Video show will be executive produced by Jonathan Nolan and Lisa Joy, who are the creators of Westworld. Now, I don't really know anything about Westworld, but I do know it's rated pretty highly from what I've seen, so that could be a very good sign. They're going to say that Bethesda Game Studios' Todd Howard and Bethesda Softworks' James Altman are also on board as executive producers. Nolan will direct the first episode, according to Deadline and Variety. So that's really, really cool. I guess, you know, Westworld being a big show and all, you're getting some of the creators and directors to come over and do it on Fallout. Makes a lot of sense. They're going to say as well that the show was first announced in July, with a quote saying, "Fallout is one of the greatest game series of all time," Joy and Nolan said in a statement to The Hollywood Reporter back then. Each chapter of this insanely imaginative story has cost us countless hours we could have spent with family and friends, so we're incredibly excited to partner with Todd Howard and the rest of the brilliant lunatics at Bethesda to bring this massive, submersive, and darkly funny universe to life with Amazon Studios. Now, I don't know about darkly funny universe. I don't know if Fallout is necessarily dark, you know, darkly funny. I don't know if that's the right word for it. It definitely has some dark, funny moments in there, but like, I mean, let's be honest here, it's mainly a post-apocalyptic, everyone, holy shit, we're about to die type of world, not, I guess, you don't really focus on the little jokes more than, I guess, the storytelling, this and that. But I guess if that's maybe an angle that they're going to go to, that could be there. Another thing they could do as a TV show is bring more of a horror aspect to it, which we haven't really seen since Fallout 2, which weren't even made by Bethesda. But again, that's an idea. It says that the Fallout video games are post-apocalyptic RPGs, set in an alternate future inspired by 50s era US post-war imagery. Bethesda acquired the rights to the series in 2004 and released Fallout 3 in 2008. The most recent mainline game, Fallout 4, came out in 2015, while multiplayer spin-off Fallout 76 was released in 2018. No upcoming Fallout titles have been announced, but the future game in series will likely be exclusive to Xbox and PC platforms due to Microsoft acquisition of Bethesda. I don't believe that is going to happen at all. That's a weird thing to put in this article, considering this is based on a TV show. Why are they getting into the little things about, will this be an exclusive to Xbox eventually? Like, I feel like that's a weird thing to put in this article, considering we're talking about the TV show, not about the game series future, if you know what I mean. So that's a really weird thing, in my opinion. First of all, I don't think Xbox would ever do this. I don't think it will ever be version exclusive. I think there's too much writing on the wall for a Fallout 5 to be a version exclusive. They're going to want that to be the biggest game ever. They're not going to want that to just be on Xbox and PC, this and that. So I don't believe that is going to happen. When in terms of maybe a spin-off Fallout game, like a remastered, of course that could be an Xbox exclusive, because that's less, you know, that they know that's not going to be as big as Fallout 5, and people might not be as angry if that's more of a version exclusive. But Fallout 5, it will never be a version exclusive at all. But again, there hasn't really been any confirmation of any actors or anything like that to this Fallout TV series. We just know it's kind of being created by the guys at Westworld, and, you know, kind of that it will, I think, hopefully be an end of 2022 type of thing, but it could definitely come early 2023. I just find it so weird that no actors have been confirmed for the show whatsoever. You'd think there'd be a really famous actor or two kind of in this, but hey, we do know that Fallout for a long time, the only real famous actors that have been in the Fallout games that like come to my head straight away is like Liam Neeson, and they kind of seem to go for like those, you know, kind of lower paid actors, like the ones that haven't been seen before, you know, ones that kind of fit the game series more like than, I guess, famous actors who have never really voiced in a video game before. You know, we've seen so many companies do like that. It's not just like Fallout and Bethesda do it. Even Star Wars, they tend to hire less famous people than they do famous people. You look at the newer movies, people like Daisy Ridley had never even been seen before, you know, before the new Star Wars movie came out. So Fallout has done that time to time, but that's not saying they haven't hired famous people before. Liam Neeson's, of course, the one that does come to mind. And hey, it would, I don't know if it's just me, but it would be awesome if Liam Neeson made a cameo or something in this TV show. I think it will be a completely new story and nothing related to the Fallout 3 game, so I don't expect Liam Neeson to be in this at all. But I do expect them to hire a famous actor or two. Not sure who they would be, but look, the show's being created by Amazon. They know it's going to be one of the biggest shows in the world when it comes out. They're going to hire the best available people, whether they're famous or not. So I think it's going to be really, really interesting to kind of see how that goes. But again, it's going to be really cool. I'm very excited to see. I think end of 2022, early 2023 is when we will see it. And hopefully, eventually, we'll get a trailer or, you know, something like that. And again, considering they're just going to production right now, it looks like filming and that will most likely just have started. I would assume pre-production was done all of last year, considering it was announced in like July. They'd probably even been working on that before then. So yeah, it's going to be really cool to see what's going on. If you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I'll be keeping you guys all updated with the latest Fallout TV show news and just all the other Fallout content to the games and that we will be receiving this year, and just other gaming content in general. Don't forget to comment your thoughts and opinions down below. What actors would you like to see in this TV show? When do you guys think it's going to come out? Are you guys excited for it? Of course, I definitely would really like to know. But yeah, as I was saying, leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.